cracking here. Get that out of the way. See what we need. First thing that we want to do is to start getting these forks off, because we want to loosen these caps on the top of the forks. We'll just get them started. We don't want to take them all the way off. We just want to get them started. So I'm going to crack that loose while it's still bound up in the clamps here. And then as soon as I get that cracked loose, then what I want to do is I want to open up these gripper clamps on the, I'm not sure what these are called. I need to get the terminology right so I'm calling these parts correctly. But on these upper and lower holders, clamps in these upper and lower sections of holders for the fork. So, and then the other thing I want to take note of is what position are the forks in, so that when I replace them, I get them to the right height. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to say. So I think from the collision or the accident, one of them must have moved. I'm not sure which one. So on this side, the fork is up, looks like a good 1/8 of an inch, maybe close to 1/4 of an inch. On the other side, it's down almost flush with the bottom of this little cap. So there's a good 1/8 of an inch difference in the two of these. So I guess it's my choice wherever I want to put it. So when I get done, I'm going to put them both back about the same spot and not worry a whole lot about it. Should be okay. So with that, I'm going to start trying to take this off. Need to figure out what size socket, and that's cool because that's the biggest metric I have. And it's got to go right there through where those handlebars are. So I think what I'm going to have to do first is I'm going to have to move these handlebars and get them out of the way so that I can get to the forks. So we're going to get started doing that. Okay, so in order to get these handlebars off, first thing I got to do is remove these little decorative caps that are set inside there. I'm going to do it with my fingernail if I'm going to have to go get a screwdriver. I'm getting a little bit. Go get a little flathead screwdriver and pop that off. I'll keep talking from a distance while I'm doing it. But be right back. I've got one that's fairly dull. Hopefully it won't scratch anything. And let's see if we can get under that. Yeah, that's not quite doing it either. So let me go to my utility knife and see if I can do this without scratching anything. Okay, that moved it just a little. Also try to do this without cutting myself. It's a little bit dangerous, but that knife blade is nice and fine to get it started. Okay, so we got them started. Now I'm coming back with the screwdriver. See if we can pop those loose. Well, we've got a little help start. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and that's kind of silly. 4. Okay. Set those aside over here. And with that, I now have access to my Allens. I have a new long set of Allen sockets. Don't need one anywhere near this long, but since I have them, there's the one that fits. I'll just use that. A shorter Allen would be just fine, but since this is what I have and it fits, let's just do this. Okay. I'll pop this guy loose. There we go. Pretty tight. That one's not though. Pop him loose. And that one comes right in. And you notice those bars just go ahead and drop right away. Let's do this a little quicker here. Yeah. I can move this without too much trouble. Okay, so we're just going to drop this down and out of the way. I think that'll be alright. In fact, I think I may go get me a towel or a piece of paper or something to some shop towels. A couple shop towels, and just to keep any hard surfaces from touching each other. Okay. Alright. Now I can get to that nut without a problem. So let's do that. Put my extension on. This is a 19 millimeter. And let's just pop this dude a little bit. See if we can do this. Big problem. There, just a little bit loose. Just start it. Okay, and we'll go ahead and do this one. This one here. I don't think I need that extension here. Let's do it this way. Okay, got that started. Okay, that's what we need. Now, I think we're good there. And I'm going to pop those handlebars back in place. And okay, now let's double check to see if in fact I had to do that after all. So the answer is no, I did not. I could have taken that off. I could have taken that off without doing that and just didn't know it. Okay, so we know that now, and that's part of what you sometimes learn when you're working on things, is that you take the long way when you could have taken the short way. So we'll take these caps out. That comes right out. Comes right out. Comes right out. And last but not least, up here. A little more challenge here. Don't want to scratch anything. There we go. There we go. That's getting started. Okay. Come out of there. Come out of there. Be agreeable. There we go. That's agreeable. Okay. Goes over there. And now, there is our Allen wrench. Let's see, which one do we need? Oop, that's the right one there too. Good deal. So what we want to do is take this Allen wrench. See if my camera's still on. Yep, still recording. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to change the angle just a little bit, but you can see what I'm doing just a little bit better. I'm going to come right in here and loosen up this bolt. That is, I think, the right one. Yeah, there we go. That's it. down here. Well, this one's bigger, so that's not going to cut it. And this needs to come off, but it's already somewhat loose. Let me hit the other side here. There we go. Nice, nice. Need a bigger one. Let's go up a size on our wrench. Hopefully that's the right one. Right. Oop, still not big enough. One more. Interesting. Must be more clamping force required on this lower one to have such a big bolt. Alright, there we go. That came right loose. You know what? I think I'm going to wait on these. I can come and do that in a minute. Need to get the front wheel off first. I'm a little bit cart ahead of the horse. Okay. So to get this wheel off, we need to get first brake caliper off, and yeah, get that brake caliper off. Get the speedometer cable device. Well, we'll get that in a minute, and then we'll come and get these guys loose. These two screws here come out. Caps have to come off, then the Allen screws come out, and then the axle comes out. So first we'll start with the calipers, and see what size we need here. It looks like about 13. Let's see how close I am. Nope, too big. Okay, so that takes a 12 millimeter socket. We'll give that a try. And here we go. Done this on cars before. I've never done one on a motorcycle. And so for anybody watching this that thinks, well, gee, I don't know if I can do this. I've never worked on a motorcycle. I haven't either. This is the first motorcycle I've ever taken apart like this. Now, when I was a teenager, I used to have a little trail bike, a little 100cc trail bike, and I would work on it a little bit here and there, but really never did do that much to it. I didn't get too deep into disassembling, just spark plugs and basics. Okay. Brake caliper, you take those two bolts out, and this brake caliper slides right off. And we'll take that and just slide right over here. Okay, so brake caliper's off. So now these two Allen screws over here need to come out. Wipe a little bit of dirt off my hand. Probably should have worn some rubber gloves, but I didn't. And let's see if we can get those two caps loose, just like we did on the others. Knife into my finger, which I'm not too smart. Okay, like that. Okay, that's in there. Yep, that fell down. Boom, fell down. Pick those up and save them. Cosmetic parts. And okay. So, let's see what size Allen we got here. There it is. That is a number. That's a number 6. Okay. 6 millimeter, I suppose. Alright, here we go. So we're going to loosen these guys up. stiff. I got it. First one started. Let's try the second one. Okay, there they go. Come on, loosen up there. There you go. There you go. That's what you want. Okay, just enough to get that loose. And then I bought a whole socket set today just to get this big boy here. So 17 millimeter Allen head, 1/2 inch drive, on my 1/2 inch ratchet. And so what we're doing now, so what we've done is we've loosened these two bolts on this clamp pinch assembly section of this fork, which is what keeps that shaft from backing out once you have it in. Now what we're going to do is just the opposite end of the shaft is threaded into this other fork. And so now that it can spin freely by loosening up these bolts, we're going to back that fork out. So here we go. Yep, there we go. Feel a little movement. I think I'm going the right way. I think. I don't know. Am I doing that right? Yep. Yeah. I'll keep twisting. Okay, now we're okay. There's a shot, and that dude may be bent. Not sure. So one of the other things I want to check here is I want to look and see hopefully you can see this. It's whether there's any damage in here, and honestly it's not obvious. Now it looks okay. Let's look at the other side. I don't see anything with an obvious bend. I don't see anything that looks deflected, and that's good. Now the question is there anything in here? I don't see that either. So, interesting. Interesting. So honestly, now that we got this thing apart, I think, look how badly these forks are bent. Look how they're pointed. So this one is pointed this way, and that one's pointed that way. No wonder that was a problem. But honestly, I think these sections of the fork, I think, are fine. So now my question, my dilemma, is going to be, can I put that back together in a way that it works? You know, one question I have on this shaft is that shaft bent? Let me get this tire out of the way. I feel pretty fair about that. I don't know. It looks straight. I need to get it on a flat table and roll it. I don't know if I can maybe see a little bit right here. Really, as I can tell, that's pretty flat. I'll get it on a better table and check it. But I think I may have bought too many parts. But we'll see.